Hi, I'm Danica Tormohlen, VP of Content for Trade Show News Network by Informa, and I'm joined today by Chef Michael Kingsley. Hi, Michael.
Hi, how are you?
Great. It's great to be here. We are at McCormick Place here in Chicago at the National Restaurant Association show. So, we are here to talk all about food and beverage. So, tell us a little bit about some of the evolving trends that you're seeing with food and beverage.
Sure. We see a lot of non-alcoholic beverages right now. Very, very big trends in mocktails and all these non-alcoholic martinis. A lot of our clients are asking for, not special non-alcoholic bars. It's really kind of a cool thing. And then still not hasn't gone away, but like plant-based items, vegan
Sure.
items, still there. We just did a huge month with Earth Month and had a lot of great push towards vegan menus, plant-based menus, and those items as well.
What's your favorite like vegan thing that you've been putting on menus lately?
Well, we use quinoa. We love using quinoa a lot because it's a great plant-based item that has high protein. So it's amazing. We do a lot of stuffed peppers with that. We utilize it into like even like a burger. It's great options.
Excellent. So that leaves me, you talked about plant-based, and so let's talk a little bit about sustainability and what you
Sure.
guys are doing in terms of sustainability. I know that McCormick is a leader in that.
Yeah, so we kind of try and believe in a circular food economy, which starts out with using local vendors. Try and keep about 80% of our vendors are within 250 miles from here. So really, that's like kind of your Midwest area. It's important for us to keep them there. It keeps Midwest jobs going and stuff like that. And then after we get the food and we receive it, we use it. A big thing for us because it's such a big place is food waste. So obviously we have when we have food waste, we have a lot of food waste. So we try and utilize programs, three different tiers, kind of ways of utilizing our food waste. One would
Okay.
be back of the house composting. It's really big to us. We're doing that on a regular basis. We are rolling out front of the house composting right now. We have in our south kitchen a big a program called Grind to Energy. What that does is it takes any food scraps, grinds them up, and it goes into this big tank, and then they utilize that for like alternate food resources and fuel resources and stuff like that. And then our last third item is Fight to Feed, which is a food recovery platform. They work out of our East Kitchen, and anything that we have left over that's usable or for human consumption, we donate to them, and then they will repurpose that and send out to missions and stuff like that in the area.
So you've been here for 12 years, you said, right? So
Yes.
how much has that really changed and evolved your, focus on sustainability and some of the things like, turning food into energy and, all of that?
Most of these programs weren't in place when I got here, so it's been a great journey to be able to see those things and also be a part of the whole growing of it, starting with Fight to Feed and how small they were when they first came in, and now they're donating a whole bunch of food actually for the NRA show here as well. So it's just great they're taking that.
Yeah, and I saw here, so I did a walkthrough yesterday with Lisa, and the exhibitors are having some composting here on the show floor. There's like 8 stations. So you talked a little bit about composting back
Yeah,
of the house, like in the kitchens, right? But you're looking at implementing it in front of house as well.
sure.
So what does that look like?
Front of the house, we have a really kind of cool robot slash in our front of the house area. It's basically AI. Its name is Oscar, and they are able to Oscar will tell you actually what bin to throw something in. If you take a show it what you have, and it'll take a picture. And it'll tell you which bin to throw it in, which is kind of cool. And we actually have a lot of our catered corporate groups really kind of demanding sustainability, compostable, being 100% compostable. It's crazy because we about 2 weeks ago we did about 40,000 lunch boxes and they were 100% compostable and over 3 days. So it was a big feat, but it was great.
Yeah. So just keep evolving on that sustainability journey. It sounds like I know one of the things with like front of the house, like composting is like getting people to put it in the right
Yeah,
bin. So your AI your person, like
Yeah.
you've eliminated a human being, right? So
Yeah.
that way, I mean, that's the big cost, right? To have
Yeah.
somebody there to actually tell them to sort it.
Sure, and there's no having the guesswork about it, which is great, because otherwise I've seen people stand in front of those bins for like 10 minutes going, which one should this go in? Which one should this go in? Now it makes it pretty seamless. It just
So
makes it.
what is some of the coolest and biggest events that you've done this year in terms of like for food and beverage events and catering, here at McCormick Place, one of the busiest, convention centers in the US.
Yeah,
I bet you've had some big dinners and lunches.
yeah, we've had some quite large lunches and dinners. We have done a lot of large groups, corporate groups is a great thing for us. We've done 12,000, 13,000 people a day, 30 to 40,000 lunches served per day as a catered event. So which is kind of crazy, but it's pretty cool.
Very
So
good.
yeah.
So what about some of the let's talk about some of the partnerships that you have with your F&B division. So
Yeah, we have some great partnerships. One that sticks out to me is we have in our west building a rooftop garden, which is the largest in the Midwest. It's about 2.5 acres total of usable space, and we generate about 8,000 pounds of produce a year there. Um, the partnership comes in with Chicago Botanic Garden and their program called Windy City Harvest. They employ people that were either maybe incarcerated or had bad luck in their life, and this gives them an opportunity to change their life around and also learn a lot about urban gardening and stuff like that. So it's pretty neat opportunity.
so
Um,
they maintain the whole thing
they
for you
maintain it for
and
us.
pick everything and then
Yes,
you get to use it?
yes, we
Yeah.
use it. So like
Yeah.
we literally take it from they'll harvest it for us, and we could be using that product within 12 hours to 24
So
hours.
like what's some of the produce and products that are up
Sure.
there?
Well, always in the summer, tomatoes, cucumbers, all your basics, carrots, radishes. We have honeybees up there, so we do generate some
Okay.
honey for a McCormick Place kind of honey that we utilize in a lot of recipes and stuff like that. We have hops, which is kind of cool. We grow hops, and we actually partner with a local brewery and make our own McCormick Place Golden Ale, which is our own beer basically, and we serve it here actually at the convention center.
That's great. So was that here even 12 years ago? How long have you had that garden up there?
The garden was there.
Yeah.
It was. We probably used about half of it at the time, so
Okay.
now we're using the full thing. So which is amazing. Yeah. But the garden has been here for probably around 14 years,
Yeah.
right around there.
Great. So, final question. I want to talk to you a little bit about the minority and women owned businesses that you work with. So, tell us about the programs that you have and how it
Yeah.
works.
So that's near and dear to our hearts here. We love to utilize local vendors and vendors that are within a mile from here, 2 miles from here, Bronzeville area, and really kind of focus and put an effort into minority owned businesses. So they could be as small little mom and pop places to a little bit larger, and we're able to utilize them. We've developed partnerships with local ice cream places, Ida's Ice Cream. Our premium coffee in house is called Chicago French Press, which is amazing. Great coffee. If you've ever tried it, definitely try it. And like I said, we also partner with our local breweries, and we try and keep the community, bringing the community into McCormick with us. So it makes a big kind of huge family.
So, have you had a chance to walk the show floor here? I'm curious what you've tasted or tried that
Mm.
you like around here.
Briefly, I love pizza, so obviously I gravitate always towards the pizzas and stuff like that. But there's some really great pizza crust out there actually. And tried some of the tater tot kind of things. There's a lot of good junk food kind of things out there, but it's all delicious. I mean, honestly, you can't go wrong with it. Any booth out there.
Excellent. Okay, I do have one more question
All
for
right.
you. Do you have any piece of advice for, an event organizer that's working with, F&B with you to set up a big event, any tips that you can offer our trade show audience?
Yeah, sure. Plan early, but be creative. I mean, honestly, we're here to make your event special and to make it a 100% success. So we want to see the out of the box ideas. We want to see those things and being able to do those crazy, unique things for 10,000, 12,000 people is something that we do focus on and really, really thrive at. So I look forward to.
Can you share a good example of what with me with like something out of the box or somebody that partnered with you early on to do something that you were like, oh, I love seeing this come together?
Well, we set up, it was a corporate group. We set up in our East building, and they really took one of the convention center floors and changed it into basically like the city of Chicago. So
Okay.
each day was something different. One day was a sports theme, so it was Wrigley Field and U.S. Cellular or Comiskey Park or whatever they call it nowadays, and the United Center. And then the other day, next day would have been like urban or downtown. So it was this L feeling and stuff like that. And we were able to pair like small plates and stuff like that to that, which was amazing.
Sounds like fun.
Oh,
That
it
sounds
was
like
so
it
cool.
great. And then
Yeah.
also you remember where you're at, right? You're in Chicago. And if you can't get out to the city, if you're
We'll bring it
working the
inside.
event, yeah, you bring it here. So
Yeah.
thank you so much, Michael. I really appreciate your time today. So thanks for stopping by.
It was my pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So for Trade Show News Network, I'm Danica Tormohlen.